right, now post Twitter here, and then I'll post on the other places. All right, I will be right back. Let me refresh. Actually, I got plenty of water. Come on, baby. Let's see. All right, we are good, right? We are live, I believe. I should probably look at that.
Probably. Oh, I know what we were doing.
Yeah, it is. We good. All right. You ready to go?
Ready to rock and roll.
All right, let's do it. All right, and yo, welcome in. Welcome in. Happy Sunday. What up, Pop?
Chilling.
Yeah.
And
Were you guys
enjoying so I don't
go
know what
ahead.
happened last week, but I ended up going on Steam and like half of my library had updates.
Oh,
Tons of game announcements. Excited for the Shinobi update that's coming out. Excited for the Mega Man collab and Crossworlds that's coming out this week, I think. Um
there's a lot. There was
it's a lot.
ton.
I'm speechless. Like
Yeah.
it was a lot.
Yeah,
A
there was
lot
a
of
lot.
updates and things coming.
Yeah, new games. I just picked up this game. I can't. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna space it. I had happened to see the dev say something,
Mhm.
and I was like, oh, that looks cool. It's like a survival, like top down survival crafting game. So I'm always down with those. But I was like, and he was like, hey, thanks for reposting or whatever. I was like, looks like you got a cool game. So they didn't do an early access or anything like that. I'm trying to pull it up. I'm trying to stall to pull it up real quick.
Mhm.
Aethus is what it's called.
Okay, okay.
So I haven't had a chance to hop in and try it out yet, but I'm excited to get in and do that, play that. Obviously, marathon. I haven't had a lot of time to play here this past week and whatnot. The girls were out on spring break. I had work stuff. The March Madness started and all that, so I was busy at work, but I'm looking forward to being able to settle in and get some good gaming sessions in here. Hopefully soon. We will see.
Makes
But
sense. I also got to participate in the Grand Blue Relink Endless Ragnarok DLC. They had like a little closed beta. That was
okay.
really fun.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that dropping.
When do you know when it drops, or are you able to say?
It is in July, I
Hmm.
believe. I'd have to double check in my email, but I know it's a summer release, which makes me super excited because I'll be, on summer break, mainly working from home, not having to go to campus, so I'll have time to waste.
Yeah.
Waste. That'll be time to waste.
Look, time well spent,
Waste
I feel.
usefully.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
relaxfully spent. It'll be time that is well relaxed.
Exactly. So yeah, no, it's been good. So I know that we are limited here on time, so let me get these recordings going here, and then we should be good. Let me see. What the heck did I do with Zencaster? There it is. Wait a second. Give me a five count real quick.
5, 4, 3,
Cool.
2, 1.
All right. Okay. All right, I'm gonna do my best. Don't flame me here for
Oh
the
no, it'll be
intro.
completely on Davis.
I'm picturing his face doing the smirk that I do to him, and it's gonna totally mess me up.
Exactly what's gonna happen.
Just sit there. All right, I'm gonna start this and we'll get going. Okay. Here we go. In 3, 2. Welcome to the CFG Gamecast, a weekly podcast created by streamers and gamers alike to discuss the latest gaming topics from the previous week. We stream a new episode every week and release it on all podcasting services. So do us a favor and show us some love by liking, following, subscribing, reviewing on our Twitch page or YouTube page, or go to our main website, confreaksandgeeks.com, to not miss an episode. I am hosting today. I'm not Davis Green, but I am Smitty2447, and of course, with me as always, my friend, my co-host, Pop No Tarts. Pop, how was your week? How have you been?
Been a good week. I can't complain. Semester's wrapping up. As I mentioned the earlier, got to play in the Grand Blue Relink closed beta that it had for Endless Ragnarok. That was a ton of fun. Been logging in to games for different updates and things. Warriors Abyss had another update. Crossworlds is adding Mega Man, so we have a festival coming
Yeah.
up, and then Shinobi, the villains update is coming out beginning of April. So lots of things to go through. I think the Marvel Maximum Collection is coming out this Friday, and then the He-Man beat 'em up next month. It's just a
Yes.
lot, but I'm also excited because as the semester winds down, that means more time for me and it's more time to game if I'm not outside, and I probably won't be if it's too hot. I will be indoors.
Yeah, and I don't blame you one bit. Nothing like
Mm.
summer inside playing some games, catching up on stuff that you haven't been able to play. So that yeah, there's a lot coming out. There's a lot that has come out as well. I know we talked briefly about it beforehand, but Crimson Desert, huge MMO RPG. That's the makers of what would they make? Do you remember?
I am.
Can't
I've seen all of the cat videos. In fact, my current Discord status uh actually says your actions are appreciated because apparently if you give a cat something in the game, that's what it says and your trust goes up by like +5 in Crimson Desert. It was the funniest
That's
thing.
crazy.
It was the funniest end-game screenshot I had ever seen. I'm like, I love this. Probably won't play the game, but loved it. Like
That
it
and they
looks
did
fun. I don't know. I won't say won't play it because something might catch my eye with it. I don't know.
And they're good because they did Black Desert Online before, I think, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I met the CEO at least at the time. I was at an event for creators out here in Vegas during I want to say TwitchCon when it was out here, and it's a story where my buddy he like does pizza and like twirls pizza and stuff, and
Mhm.
like he was trying to like toss it to me and it like flung off my finger and knocked the beer over and she came over and like the other thing it was hilarious. But yeah, no, they are really good with MMOs. I've heard nothing but good things about Black Desert Online, so I'm excited people are enjoying that as well. So good. I'm glad you had a good week. My week, I literally just got back. The girls and I went camping on Friday,
Yeah.
so
How was that?
it was awesome. We literally so like, and I'm glad that you saw that Discord. I was like, oh crap! I was like, I got at least. I was like, I think I might be like, we'll be back by like 3 o'clock or by 2 o'clock. I mean. So, it was awesome though. We went out. So like, it was actually Utah that we went to. It was, oh my goodness, something. It was a state park. I want to say like Hollow Bay State Park or something like that. Only a 2 hour drive here from Vegas, and there's a
Oh, that's not too
huge
bad.
lake out there. Yeah, yeah, it's super close. And then you also go through Arizona on the way there too. So we actually stayed and camped in a first come first serve like camping park out there in Arizona, and then it was like maybe a 15-minute drive from where we stayed over to the state park. So we went over there yesterday, spent all day out there swimming, and I'm not gonna lie, that water was absolutely freezing. I felt so bad. My daughter wanted to swim, and I was like, I can't. I tried. I can't. And I'm not very good. I'm not a very strong swimmer. So, like, I was like, I don't feel like I should do this. I feel like this is a bad idea. We tried fishing, didn't catch anything. But overall, it was a solid time. We got to get out in the nature. It was a little cooler, I think, than it was here. Still hitting 100 at one point in time, though. So it's been so hot out here. It's crazy. So we'll see, but enough about us. Let's get into our first topic and Pop, lay it on us. What is going on with PlayStation?
Yeah, so earlier this week, I mean PlayStation, Sony, excuse me,
Yeah.
Sony Interactive announced
That's my
that
bad.
they would be rebranding the PlayStation Network branding. Uh, so there's going to be some visual changes on the horizon for PlayStation owners like ourselves and others out there who are probably listening in or watching. Sony is actually planning to retire the PlayStation Network and PSN branding. The
Hmm.
change is expected to roll out across SIE or Sony Interactive Entertainment properties over the next year. It also appears to be a change aimed at unifying the branding across PlayStation and other SIE brands. So I guess they're going for a more uniformed look. So although
Yeah.
the name itself may be phased out, fret not. This won't be like Xbox or anything where major changes are just gonna go away or anything. So all of the features that we have and rely on, friends list, achievements, etc., are all gonna be there. Nothing's gonna be impacted or anything. The branding change could also mean that Sony is getting ready for a new visual shift across the PlayStation
Mm.
ecosystem as well. So instead of treating the online services as a separate brand, we could be seeing something being brought closer together under the PlayStation umbrella. Um, I as someone who's had a PlayStation for so long, it feels very strange for it to be such of an end of the era. So in an internal email, Sony had laid out its branding plans to developers, and Sony stated that the update is strictly visual and will not introduce any technical changes. For players, our PlayStation experience will remain the exactly the same, minus the visual changes. Sony specifically called out things like friends lists, online multiplayer trophies will function as they are. PSN and PlayStation Network terms will be completely phased out by September 2026. We don't know what that new visual branding is going to look like, um, but it's definitely going to. It is a notable moment in PlayStation history, seeing the uh, end of an era. So I mean, also I think they also just recently did an update for the PS3 or something like that. So
Mm.
it's there. I don't think they're letting go of the PlayStation era or that it's been completely forgotten, but we're definitely gonna see some new name changes. What do you think about this visual rebrand for PSN and PlayStation? And how is that gonna look? What are they gonna do with the symbol, like the the PS logo? Like, what is gonna happen? Am I gonna have
Yeah.
to like get the new logo and stick it on my PS5? Like,
Right. It's like, it makes sense, I feel. It does. I don't, and not necessarily the PlayStation logo, but like PSN, the PlayStation Network has always kind of felt a little muddy to me, as
mhm,
opposed to, you know what I mean, like kind of, and don't get me wrong, Xbox had all the crazy tiers and stuff like that, but it always kind of felt like it was something that they just kind of put in on the side. I think this, will help to integrate it better into the PlayStation ecosystem as it is, as we get to more digital, streaming games and things of that nature. Kind of a weird time to do it, I feel, especially with
yeah,
the next gen consoles coming here in the next few years. I would think that they would make that change along with that, not at kind of the end
right,
of a life cycle thing. I'm, and not only that, but it also makes me think too a little bit about, just how they are kind of pulling back a little bit on the taking their first party games, letting them go out on PC like right away, or at least being more selective about that. So it feels like
right,
there's definitely a strategy in play that we're seeing playing out, but I still can't see what it is exactly that they're trying to accomplish with it. But it definitely feels like they're moving with purpose, and they are basically leading up to something that I think will be big. And maybe this is just those like beginning pieces leading into that next generation. I don't know. I think this will be interesting to see what comes of this because I think this is just a smaller piece of a bigger puzzle.
Yeah, it's very interesting that are doing it now and not when, there's already talks of, like, the next gen coming, and I part of it could be, like, they're probably preparing us before the next gen comes, so that way when they announce it, people aren't as put off for it. Kinda
Right.
like one of those things where, you're giving a baby some food and you wean them on to it, like, you give them a little sample and they're like, this is okay, this is pretty good," and you give them some more, it's like, "Yeah, I like this." That's more or less what it seems like that they're doing, but yeah, I'm very curious about what they're gonna do with the logos, like the fact that PlayStation Plus, PlayStation Network, all this stuff is gonna be rebranded and just going away into something else is gonna be something. And as
Yeah,
someone that
it
likes a certain aesthetic, I it better not be horrible.
yeah, I think the other thing too that's kind of weird though is that you're saying, you said something about them wanting to kind of make it more cohesive. Am I understanding that
Yeah.
correctly, or just kind of like what is it? I wonder what it is that they feel is kind of disconnecting the PlayStation Network from their brand.
Yeah,
You know?
cause like, when I hear PlayStation, I think of Sony, and when I think of Sony, I think of PlayStation, so I don't really know what's going on there.
Yeah, and this is more. I'm sorry. Is it PlayStation or they're gonna brand more towards Sony?
It's I don't think they're straying away from the name PlayStation specifically, but in terms of,
Okay.
like, the UI branding, like, PlayStation Network and PSN is what they're going away from. So I
Okay.
don't know. Maybe the
I'm
console is still gonna be called the PlayStation, and everything within it is gonna be changed to reflect
Yeah.
Sony.
Well, the other thing too is that they have over the last couple of like hardware updates, they've been changing the UI of like the front page and stuff like that, making it more modular and I wonder if that has anything to do with it and they're just kind of it's not necessarily a like logo or design change, but more of a kind of ecosystem change and how we interact uh with the PlayStation in whole. I'm curious to see what it
Yeah.
is and what they got cooking though. They definitely have piqued my interest in terms of that. Have they said is there a date or did you say that there's a date for this rollout?
It says everything will be done by September 26th,
Oh, okay.
2026, September of this year.
Okay. So they haven't specifically got in. I wonder if they've got like phases of, what their rollout
No, I
is and
haven't seen any information on phasing for the rollout, like, it could be something as simple as we get a big update in September and it's just done, or it could be, um, we get something during quarter 2, we get something else during quarter 3, and then, like, right at the end of quarter 3 is when we get the rest of everything.
right, right. Hmm. It'll be interesting to see what they've got what they've got cooking for that and what kind of changes they have in store, especially if they are visual changes because people will react strongly one way or the other. So this could be a fantastic thing or this could just be it could get messy. So that's a good one though. Uh
Yeah.
and then my topic, I had to talk about this uh when I saw it come down, but and I know we talked about it here on the show before, but the ex CEO of Subnautica 2 has been reinstated back on the game. Now, when we talked about it originally, Crafton and it's Unknown Worlds Entertainment is a developer, and then Crafton is the publisher. They picked it up, they started backing them. And then as they were going along the development, all of a sudden they fired the CEO and the like other executives and stuff like that. What's going on, Ryu? Uh and basically the CEO, the previous CEO Ted Gill, and some executives, they started leaking things, being like, "Look, they don't want to. They basically fired us because we had like a bonus, and they didn't want to pay out that bonus." They kind of went back and forth here and there. Nothing came of it. All of a sudden, here last week, a judge ordered publisher Crafton to rehire developer Unknown Worlds Entertainment CEO Ted Gill, who, like I said, it was last summer, was fired. Um, and then basically the dude that they replaced Ted with, Steve Papatis. I can't say it. Let's just call him Steve. Uh, he was put in charge as CEO of Unknown Worlds. There, he actually got let go when they had to reinstate Ted Gill. So this thing has gotten pretty messy, but it gets even messier because Ted Gill is not happy because they just announced here before Steve left that they're going to be doing an early access uh for Subnautica 2 here. I think it's either this month or next month. I'm trying to find it real quick, but I'm having trouble here. Regardless, he is upset about that because again, this was part of that issue where it sounded like Crafton was trying to push Subnautica 2 out well before it was ready. They were Unknown Worlds were trying to push back and being like, look, dude, like this thing isn't ready. We need more time, blah, blah, blah. That's where things got kind of messy and whatnot. Zuzu. So this dude's salty. He's back in charge. This is a weird one. I've never, number one, the fact that a judge reinstated the CEO means
Yeah,
they
I was
found
thinking about that.
something. Yeah, enough for a judge to be like, pump the brakes. This dude is unfired. He's actually the CEO again. That seems absolutely crazy to me. Not only that, but I imagine too the development of this game is probably taking a hit between just the back and forth between Craft and all these legal battles and whatnot, which is unfortunate because, and
Right.
again, I've never played Subnautica, but I've heard nothing but great things. People are really, really anticipating this. This is going to have co-op, I believe, as well. So what are your thoughts on this? Did you play the first one? Like, why is this so messy? What the hell is going on? Like, what?
It's do you know how bad the evidence had to have been for the judge to get so strongly involved? Like, I feel like I saw something else where, one article was like they admitted to like deleting evidence, and another one was like they used Chat GPT to make up a bunch of reasons to fire him. I'm like, what is happening? Why does this sound like some kind of like obscure television series with a very interesting plot, mind you, where
Look, I need to
something
watch
this
my
wild is
stories.
happening, right? Like, who, what is
But
happening?
the fact that they even thought that they can get away with something like that, though, is mind-boggling to me because clearly they could see that he was and him and the executives were not going to go quietly into the night. They immediately pushed back on that stuff, and clearly, a judge found that, yeah, like you guys did
Yeah.
this wasn't it. You guys cannot do that. So I wonder if there's going to be what other kind of the fact that they had to do that. I imagine there's going to be other repercussions as well. But I just wanted to. So they're also salty because So I just want to read a little bit here. So after the game file published this report, Gill's lawyers submitted a motion to the judge expressing their consternation over the May launch announcement. GameFile reported an update. They also called upon the judge to order Crafton to explain its actions and why it shouldn't be sanctioned, writing Crafton's actions have undermined the relief sought in this expedited phase of the litigation, in which the founders spent 9 months and millions of dollars fighting to restore their bargain for right to determine when and how the game would launch. So this is still that is huge. So Crafton, it sounds like Crafton is trying to strong arm them, push out this game as quickly as possible, and the folks over at Unknown Worlds is like, pump the brakes. That's not the bargain was that they got to choose that. And I remember that being a thing when they were first bought. We're keeping creative rights. Things are going to be cool. Don't even worry. This is going to be a great thing. And all of a sudden, Crafton was like, oh, hold my beer. I got something for you.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's and then I believe Gil also mentioned that they were still giving him a hard time by defying the judge's orders. Like, what, what is happening behind the scenes? Like, are you fighting a bunch of like AI bots? Like, what is happening?
It doesn't make sense. I feel bad too, because number one, the one of the biggest groups of people that are gonna, feel this is going to be the gamers and the folks that are waiting and hoping for a good game. It sounds like Unknown Worlds is trying to deliver a good game, and Crafton is just trying to get them to push this thing out so they can cash in on their investment or cash in on whatever they've thrown in and walk away or whatever. But like, it shouldn't be this messy. Not only that, but like, what really sucks too is that Unknown Worlds went in thinking that Crafton had good intentions, and this is the
Yeah.
ugly side of when somebody really doesn't have good intentions, and they're like, "Look, we're about
Mm-hmm.
them dollar bills. Sorry, you guys didn't realize what we were trying to do here, but you need to get out because we're also not trying to pay you." Like, what? This is crazy, and
And
there should
it's
be sanctions and
what's
stuff.
what sucks about it all is that as the CEO, if God forbid, if the launch date is changed or if the launch is if something goes wrong, he's gonna be the one that catches the flack for it.
Hmm.
And this is for something that isn't even his fault because he was let go of what, last summer?
Last summer, yeah.
Yeah, so it is pretty terrible for I would hate to be in a situation where, this company so a company buys the company that I'm over,
Mhm.
and and everything seems cool, it seems good, chill, and then suddenly everything goes wrong. And as things goes wrong, I am like I am completely shut out from the company that I was running by the company I'm supposed to be under and collaborating with. And I had to bring it to the courts, and they still want to try and defy the court order. That's gotta be mentally taxing.
I would be so upset. Like, seriously, like, I bet they were freaking. Not only that, but like, think about the money alone just to fight
Yeah,
it.
like all the money, yeah, all that money that they're wasting to fight it. Please, can we not?
Yeah, and
Because not
so
only
the
are
other.
they wasting company money, they're wasting tax dollars because tax dollars paid to run the court system. But that's a talk for a different day.
It's like, come on. Yeah, no. There needs to be some sort of recoup because, again, for them to be, or at least the CEO to be reinstated, and they're still trying to push this. I believe it's a May launch for the game. And, he's like 36 hours in, and they're over here re-pushing out to journalists. Yes, May launch, we're going. And like, Ted's like, I haven't even gotten back in to see what they've been doing. I got to see what's happening. So the
Yeah.
other thing too is will Ted be able to get, his people back in as well, because it wasn't just him that was
Yeah,
let
because some
go?
other people yeah, some other people got laid off as well, like, I and the fact that they all stayed silent. I mean, they kinda had to, but the fact that none of them, like, whistleblowed about how they
Right.
got let go,
Right.
it couldn't have been me. I would've snitched immediately. Like, "They did it. It's
you know
their fault. They told us everything would be fine,"
yeah, and
as
you know
they
what they
sent me out the room with my bags.
yeah, they're like, "Yep, everything is gonna be fine. Have a good one."
Right.
Terrible. That is absolutely terrible. And again, maybe they spoke and they're like, you know what? Ted's gonna handle it for all of us. Let Ted do the push. We just sit back silent. Let the courts and all that stuff play out. And clearly, I again, I think this is kind of just a peak, not the end of this story, because again, the game's not out yet. We will see. Right now it's slated for a May launch, but I have a feeling,
Ooh,
I have a feeling that it's not going to happen. And probably rightfully so, because they're going to want to get back in their vision of what the game was supposed to be and all that
right.
stuff. There's been a ton of, we're talking 9 months of development that has happened from where they left off. So I don't know that the game even comes out this year. But we'll see. Maybe they're like, all right.
I I wouldn't be surprised if early access is held and then
Mhm.
extended, and then they're like, "We have to delay the release due to this whole I mean, it's pretty
Due
much
to,
public
you
what's
know
going on,
why. You know why.
like, due to internal disputes. I don't know how they're gonna do it. Hopefully it's, the actual devs that write the letter and not freaking Crafton since they wanna chat GPT everything.
That's so
Um
crazy.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not anti AI use, but some people lack the critical thinking and skills needed to use AI to supplement instead of AI to
You.
I don't this it's like cheating. AI to cheat. Like it's
Like it.
very different if I'm like, "Oh, I have to run all these different codes and glitches
Right.
in this game, use AI to do that," versus AI be like, "Yeah, can you build me that?" No. No, 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 we don't do that.
Especially something like that deals with the legal matter, that deals with jobs and things like that. To
I
play
can't
around with a game
believe
like
they
that is
used AI
unbelievable.
to build a case to fire the man. Like, what in the world was your prompt in order to falsify so much information that a judge goes, "No,
You
bring
can't
him
do
back.
that.
This is illegal. Bring
Oh,
him back."
it's
And I hope
insane.
all of the people that got laid off under him, along with their falsified AI reasonings for laying them off or firing them, get some kind of settlement out
Yeah,
of this if
well, they should be
possible.
reinstated as.
The 9 months that they've gone without that.
Yeah, it is. It's unfortunate that they, had to go through that stuff and do that. But I'm glad, at least they were able to get a resolution that was favorable. They're able to show people we were not playing around, y'all. We weren't lying. These fools are over here playing around. They didn't want to play by the rules. Thought we had an agreement. Now we gotta go through the legal system. And now it shows that
Yeah.
Crafton is just on some scumbaggery. And they're still playing games with them, which is even crazier. The fact that they're still trying to push it out. Because I mean, I imagine that you can't, you just can't, especially with the legal, like the league, that the fact that it's still going on and whatnot. There's gonna be like some sort of like some way of blocking them. I'd imagine, from trying to release it and until the stuff is resolved. In the meantime, who knows how much work actually gets done on it? Again, is there going to be another changing of the guard and people being reinstated? And then that means the people that were brought in, again, these people had nothing to do with this. They were, put onto a job. Now all of a sudden they're losing jobs. You know what I mean? Like it just,
Yeah.
no matter how it shakes out, it's just an ugly, ugly mess that really just shouldn't have happened.
Shout outs to everyone who got laid off and didn't crash. They are better than me. I would have crashed out. I would have crashed out.
Facts. Not only that, but there's also like revenue incentives and stuff like that. So, if
Yeah.
anything, I feel like Crafton it made this project way more expensive for themselves than they needed to. Try to find a way to slither their ways out of it and then only cause themselves more problems.
Yeah, Crafton is definitely turning into being something along the lines of Crafton
That's
as the
unfortunate.
rename. Yeah.
I can't. Who
You know people
owns
are gonna rename
Crafton?
it. Uh
They weren't. They didn't get gobbled up. The Crafton did PUBG, right?
yes.
But that was under the original. That wasn't under like Ted and
I
stuff like
don't
that, was it?
Yeah, no, they're not I don't think they're under anyone. I know that Tencent kinda holds a big stake in
Okay.
them. I
Okay.
don't
I was
think
like,
they're under I don't believe they're under a studio. I think they just it's kinda like Epic with Disney where Disney owns a big stake with Epic, but Disney doesn't own Epic Games.
right. Yeah. I was like, I knew there was some other player in there as well, but I couldn't remember who it was. But like, yo, that's that that is unfortunate that that happened. But again, I think this is a good thing for gamers because the OGs hopefully will be put back on. They'll be able to get their vision and everything going like they had planned, and we'll get, they'll steer things back the way that they were hoping for. But again, too, who knows the work that happened over the last 9 months, so maybe it doesn't all have to be redone or whatever. Again, once Ted and them get in there and they start looking at it, I'm sure they'll be able to make a better assessment and then give us a real timeline of when the
Yeah.
game should be coming out.
Yeah, I would hope that the minute early access is started, that they then go on to give us the timeline for the release and then explain. They probably don't have to explain why, since this has made gaming news. Pretty sure a lot
Mhm.
of folks are talking about it. Given the fact that a judge told them to, hey, put these people back in their jobs. Um, But yeah, I hopefully that transparency is given so we know when the release date is, and hopefully people don't get too rude about the release date being pushed back. Like I know y'all been waiting on this, but people have to get paid. This this takes priority, especially since what it was like 250 mil that hasn't been paid to them
Yeah.
yet.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's a lot
yeah,
of
they're gonna do
money.
that bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I,
I'd be
they
set for life with 250 mil. You mean to tell me you're not paying the bonus? Nah.
yeah, and like that was things that they were working towards and whatnot. It was just scummy
Yeah,
how they did it and how they went about it. Their biggest mistake was involving obviously firing people and getting the legal system involved because like no way, and they called it immediately like, look, dude, they just don't want to pay us our bonus. And it was like, ooh, I was like, oh, kind of died out, and all of a sudden they're like, nah, son, this is the CEO. What are you doing? You can't do what you did. That's illegal. So we'll see if there's sanctions or anything like that placed on Crafton as well. I do feel that there should be some sort of punishment, if anything, to deter other companies from trying shenanigans like this. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure shenanigans like this have happened before, but come on, buddy. You don't think people are gonna be able to spot some GPT? Come on now. The audacity. The audacity. Uh
something else.
it really is. Did you have anything else that you want to quickly talk about? I know we're running a little short on time here.
Ah, nothing that I can nothing that I can think of, that out of something that was super major outside of, I don't know, a judge doing that in PlayStation, being like, "Yeah, we're gonna give the online stuff a makeover." Um,
I did, if you don't, I did want to quickly bring it up that there was a Minecraft live that happened, and they did announce Minecraft Dungeons 2. I played a
Yep.
little bit of Dungeons. I liked it. I didn't feel like it got as much and maybe it was just from me. I didn't feel like it got a lot of popularity or a lot of people play, but people probably did. I tried to get my daughter to play it. She wasn't really feeling it, even though she likes Minecraft. I thought it was cool because it was actually like a story based thing and you had to like do things as opposed to just building and whatnot. But the fact that,
Right.
I felt like this kind of came out of nowhere, and all of a sudden they're like, look, we got this going. It's coming out sometime this year. We still don't know when exactly it'll be coming out. But are you familiar with Dungeons at all?
Yeah, I've played Dungeons. It
Okay.
was it was it was good. It was quick. It was more like an art. It really gave like an ARPG, just
Hmm.
in the flavor of Minecraft. I play with my brother, and it did a really good scratch to the dungeon crawler itch for when the first one came out. It was dungeon crawler season, and
Hmm.
so a lot of the games I was playing was dungeon crawlers, and I saw it. I'm like, yeah, I need a new dungeon crawler. I enjoyed it. I know it may not be everyone's cup of tea doing dungeon crawlers, but it was quick, it was fun, didn't take up too much time. Second one will probably be just as short, maybe a
Yeah.
little bit longer, I don't know. I
It,
don't expect it to take a lot of time to complete though.
I love to hear that because that makes me want to go and run through the first one to play this. Or maybe I run through because my daughter's a little older too. So I
Mhm.
think she's really getting into RPG. She's actually playing Undertale right now. She realized, I told her, I was like,
Ooh,
yes,
okay.
I was like, it's on PlayStation Network for free. So she started it up. She's absolutely loving it. So I think this would be one that her and I could jump back into, maybe run through that first one and play this. I love the fact that it's quick too, and like, it's Minecraft. People, again, I'm not a big Minecraft guy, but I know that she
Oh,
enjoys
neither
it.
am I.
So yeah, I'm
Yeah, it
just
was a
like,
good it
it,
was a it was a good game.
yeah.
If you have 5 to 6 hours to spare,
Oh yeah,
definitely, maybe even
easy.
shorter than that. I know it took my brother and I about that amount of time because we just went on the hardest. We played it and I was just like, it's a little too easy, so we just went on the hardest difficulty and we were fine.
Okay. No, that's good to know. Yeah, and I love
Yeah.
that. Yeah, we could burn through this easily. So I just wanted to bring that up. I thought I had happened to see that, and I was like, that's pretty dope. I remember kind of playing a little bit or watching my daughter play a little bit of the first one, but I was like, I thought it was cool. It's always nice seeing new Minecraft stuff. So I'm not gonna lie, I cannot remember what the sig out is, but that will do it for episode 297. Again, Pop, I appreciate you being here. All of you guys out there, don't forget, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out the main website, comfreaksandgeeks.com, and we will see you guys next time. All right. And that will do it. I think at one point in time, my internet dropped.
Yeah, Twitch went down, but
Everything else stayed up.
YouTube is fine. Yeah, YouTube stayed up.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, I almost stopped it, and I was like, no, no. I was like, I was like, it's probably just Twitch being Twitch. So
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah, no, that the craft and that's Subnautica too. Like that is so crazy. I
I
saw that and I was like, no way.
never in my lifetime did I ever believe that a judge would tell a CEO to go back to the company he got fired from. Granted, he
Yo,
was wrongfully fired, but I just when you think you've seen it all,
yeah.
life just
It's
goes, "Hold my beer."
that's so crazy too, though, that they the fact that they even try to do that.
Right.
Gone one
I'm
says
still
PS is
tripping out
going through
on
some
oh,
stuff
sorry.
right now. Console sales won't save them alone. I agree, Gone. I think they're gearing up for something as well. I think they see the importance of having like the first party stuff and how that does. I mean, first party stuff does sell consoles. We've seen it. And I think that's why they're getting a little more restrictive about it, but they're definitely cooking something up. I just don't know what it is. But we're seeing it. We're starting to see it. So sorry, that was probably much earlier. I didn't realize that was from YouTube.
Yeah.
Zuzu, good to see you as well as you, Ryu. We still got it. Yo, all three of us. Number one, are you guys playing Marathon at all? Number two,
I don't play Marathon.
I am loving it. I'm not gonna lie. I am loving it. And I am not an extraction shooter player at all. As a matter of fact, I find myself not enjoying them. People get all sweaty and they do the season resets, but like I'm enjoying the story and cinematics and the mystery, and like I've always loved Bungie's gunplay, so that first and foremost, it feels like, you know, I feel very comfortable in the game. I don't feel nervous like I'm in other games. Like I know exactly what I'm doing. So, but yeah, I know we've got to get going here. Did you rate somebody last time?
I think it was Davis.
It was Davis.
I believe so. I could be totally wrong, and then he just comes back like, "Yeah, I watched the last episode. It was not me. It was Smitty. Poppy's got to rate out at some point." But no, I believe it was him.
Okay. Do you want to find someone, or you want me to find someone?
Can find somebody.
All right,
Let's
all right, all
see.
right. Yeah, I need. I'm gonna take a shower and relax.
Oh yeah, because you were out camping.
Literally.
Let's say hi to Seti. I can DM you his name. Seti Mac.
Perfect.
On some
Oh.
Back
Oh
for
yeah, I know
Blood.
Seti.
Yeah.
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 All right.
Yeah.
What are you up to? Oh, Back for Blood. Have you seen anybody? I played a little bit of the oh my gosh, what Toxic Avenger. I didn't realize it's like a $60 or $70 game though. And I was like,
Really?
ooh, yeah. I
Oh
was like,
wow.
that's a hard pass.
I was not expecting it to be a $60 or $70 game.
I
That's
wasn't
really
either.
shocking.
Like I played the demo and I was like, all right, dude, like probably like $40 or something. I was like, I might pick this up. I was like, no, dude, not 60. Hold on, I'm gonna look right now on Steam to see what it is. It was shocking to me. I'm pretty sure, unless I'm tripping or I was tripping, but we're gonna go past the love on to Seti Mac. And we'll see if this is gonna let me do it, just so I can give you guys an accurate price. What the hell is it called? Toxic Avenger Commando?
Yeah. Believe so.
John Carpenter. Oh, I'm a liar. It is $40. What the hell did I see then? It's exactly what
Maybe
I
it was
thought it'd
like,
be. It is $40. I'm sorry. Don't listen to me.
did
I'm a
did you
liar.
see like a deluxe edition or something?
Something. It must have been. I swore I saw it for like 60. It is like it's regularly $52.49. It's on sale.
Okay.
That's what it is. It's like it's got like a 32% off. It is super expensive, dude. All right, we gotta go. We love your faces. Have a great week, everybody.
Yeah.
Boom. Let me stop stream.